This recipe? No, don't miss it. Restaurant style Hyderabadi chicken dum biryani with a simple raita. It doesn't get any better, does it? Let's get started.
We will start by making fresh garam masala. It's going to make the biryani so aromatic. We'll set a pan on medium heat and add 2 teaspoons of broken cinnamon sticks, 2 teaspoons of cloves, 2 pieces of star anise, 2 teaspoons of green cardamom, 2 medium-sized bay leaves that are roughly cut. Dry roast that for approximately 3 minutes or so, or till you can actually get that lovely fragrance. Transfer that to a grinder jar and add a small piece of mace or javitri. Let it cool down completely and grind to a smooth powder. Done. Place that in an airtight container. Now let's take a look at the other ingredients. I'm using 1 kilogram of chicken with bone. Chicken with bone will make your biryani more flavorful than boneless chicken. Next, I've taken approximately 600 grams of basmati rice. Soak the rice in water for at least 30 minutes. Next, we need 2 medium-sized onions that are cut in long, thin slices, 2 tablespoons of fresh garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger paste, 1 cup of chopped coriander leaves, 1 cup of chopped mint leaves, approximately 7 teaspoons of fresh lime juice, 6 to 7 slit green chilies, 5 tablespoons of plain unsweetened yogurt, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, 1/4 teaspoon of shahi jeera, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 3 teaspoons of fresh garam masala, green cardamom powder made from 10 cardamoms. This really intensifies the taste of the biryani, believe me. 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of saffron or kesar, rose and kevra essence, 3 tablespoons of milk, our red and orange biryani colors, 2 tablespoons of any neutral cooking oil, 5 tablespoons of ghee, and salt to taste. It's a lot of ingredients, but that's what brings the biryani magic. Okay, let's marinate the chicken now. Add 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, Kashmiri red chili powder or normal red chili powder if you like it hotter. Add most of the fresh ginger and garlic paste, but save approximately 1 teaspoon each. We will use that later. Next, turmeric powder. Add around 90% of the fresh garam masala powder. Save a little bit, we'll use that later. Add cardamom powder, a little more than half of the coriander leaves, and also add a little more than half of the mint leaves. Add approximately 2 teaspoons of salt, and lastly, add the cooking oil in. Mix thoroughly. We are going to let this marinate for 30 minutes at least. While the chicken is marinating, let's prep our biryani colors. Add the saffron or kesar into the milk. The kevra and the rose essence that I have is very strong, so I'm just going to add 1 drop each. The kevra and the rose essence adds a beautiful flavor to the rice, but don't add too much. They can very easily get very overpowering. 1 or 2 drops should be more than enough. Now add a pinch of the orange food color to the milk. Mix well and pour out half of the milk into another cup. To that, add some of the red food color. Now let's fry onions for the biryani. Add approximately 2 tablespoons of oil to a pan set on medium heat and add cumin seeds as well as shahi jeera in. Once the seeds start to splutter, add in the sliced onions. Make sure to separate the layers of the onions well so they fry evenly. Add a pinch of salt. We are going to stir fry the onions till they become dark brown in color. This should approximately take 15 minutes. Another alternative is to deep fry these. In that case, it's going to obviously cook a lot faster. It's up to you what you choose. As the onions start to turn darker, make sure to lower the heat because they burn really fast. Set aside approximately 2 tablespoons for garnish.
Okay, time to cook the chicken. To the rest of the onions in the pan, add in the marinated chicken and set the heat to low. Mix the chicken thoroughly with the onions and then place the lid on for approximately 2 minutes. We want to cover the lid and keep stirring intermittently till the chicken is cooked through. So I'm going to do the same thing 2 to 3 times till the chicken turns tender. We are not adding any water to this, we are just going to keep stir frying and get that intense masala taste. That's why I'm constantly checking so that the chicken doesn't burn. So the chicken should be tender by now. And now we are going to turn up the heat a little bit and stir fry till the chicken browns a little more. Next, add in the slit green chilies and mix well. Check for salt. If the salt tastes perfect, that means you should add a little bit more because we want this to be slightly salty. It's going to be mixed with a lot of rice. This curry is so tasty. Chicken bhuna masala, right? You can have this with roti. No. We are cooking biryani. Let's focus. Okay, next, let's cook the rice. Take 4 liters of water in a pot. I've calculated this. 4 liters. To this, we want to add enough salt so the water tastes as salty as seawater. If the salt is not right, your rice is going to turn out bland. I add approximately 8 to 9 teaspoons of salt. It may or may not be the same for you, so dissolve the salt and make sure that it's salty enough. Now add the remaining lime juice and the remaining ginger garlic paste. The remaining garam masala. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. Mix well and let the water come up to a boil. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to review some of the most important steps that will give your biryani that restaurant style taste. Now drain the water from the pre-soaked rice and add that in. We want to cook till the rice is approximately 90% done. This should take approximately 15 minutes. While the rice is cooking, let's make the biryani setup. We are going to use a flat pan and set that on medium heat. Place the chicken pan on that flat pan. This setup prevents the chicken from burning while the biryani cooks. To our cooked chicken, we are going to add 2 more tablespoons of ghee. Mix that in, and next we are going to beat the yogurt until it's really smooth and pour that evenly over the chicken and mix that in. Okay, let's check on the rice. The rice has been cooking approximately for 15 minutes now. Let's test if the rice is 90% done. It should break easily but not be pasty. Let's drain the water and immediately spread it over the entire chicken. Steaming hot, sauna happening here. Gently even out the surface with your spatula. And next we want to sprinkle around 6 tablespoons of water on the surface of the rice so the top layer cooks evenly. Next, we are going to sprinkle our food colors. If you like this recipe so far, press that like button. That way more people can get to taste this amazing biryani. Now let's spread the leftover coriander leaves and the mint leaves. We'll garnish with the leftover fried onions. Spread 3 tablespoons of ghee. Very important, right? Ghee in biryani, yes. Place the lid on and make sure that it fits perfectly. You can also seal the vent of the lid. I do it with a clove. It's just easy that way. Now cook till the rice is cooked through. I cook on medium heat for 10 minutes and then I cook for around 15 minutes on low heat. But you may have to test that depending on the kind of rice you use. My kitchen smells so good. So will yours. You got to cook this. I was born and brought up in Hyderabad, so you know the number of times we ate biryani from paradise. And I wouldn't give up if this didn't taste like the paradise biryani. It does. It is just so good. Try it. Okay, let's review some of the important points here.
The quality of basmati rice you use plays a big role in determining the taste of the biryani. I personally like the Kohinoor extra long grain basmati rice. It gave me the best and the most consistent results, but I'm not doing a paid promotion for the Kohinoor brand here. Just want to mention that. Next, let's talk about the garam masala. Make sure to roast whole garam masala and then make a powder of it and use it. This makes the biryani a lot more aromatic than store-bought garam masala. Don't use that. And I personally don't like to use black cardamom because it alters the taste of the Hyderabadi biryani significantly. But you can decide on that. Make sure to grind equal quantities of ginger and garlic and use that fresh instead of using store-bought ginger garlic paste. For the rose and kevra essence, a little bit goes a long way. Too much is going to mask the smell of the basmati rice. To make sure that the rice is fluffy and not pasty, be sure to take excess water while boiling the rice. That way, all the extra starch goes into the water, and when you will eventually drain it, your rice will be nice and fluffy. Make sure that the water in which you cook the rice is also nicely seasoned. It should be as salty as seawater. If the biryani turns out less salty, mixing in salt into the rice later is not ideal because the rice grains tend to break with the spatula movement. Then make sure to add a couple of tablespoons of oil to the water in which you boil the rice. This way the rice grains are going to be nice and lubricated and your biryani won't turn out to be dry. But don't add too much oil, if not your rice is going to be all greasy. Make sure that your rice is not overcooked and pasty, so 80 to 90% cooked should be good. Make sure to add the rice on the chicken as soon as you drain the water off. Don't let the rice cool down, if not the grains may tend to clump together. Also make sure to have a flat pan under your main biryani pot. This prevents the chicken from directly contacting the heat and burning. One of the most important points, make sure to use a good quality ghee and use enough ghee. See, check the bottom of the box of any of the biryanis you buy from a restaurant. It's full of ghee because ghee equates taste. You don't have to add a lot, but don't add less. Next, when you serve the biryani, gently scoop out the chicken pieces from the bottom of the pan and then serve the bottom layer of the rice followed by the top layer. Don't mix up all the layers together. You'll see that's exactly how they serve in restaurants. I spoke so much. Did I put you to sleep? Wake up, we need to make raita. We will make a very simple raita. We don't want too many ingredients to mask our biryani flavors. All we need is 1 cup of plain unsweetened yogurt, half a cup of water, 3 tablespoons of finely chopped onion, 3 tablespoons of chopped tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped green chilies, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped coriander leaves, 1 teaspoon of fresh lime juice and salt to taste. That's it. Okay, let's quickly make this. Take a big bowl, add the yogurt in, add salt to taste, beat well until smooth. If your yogurt is thick, then you can add half a cup of water or as much water as you need. If the yogurt is thin, you don't need that. Then add lime juice in, chopped onions, chopped tomatoes, finely chopped green chilies. Mix well and done. A simple raita that complements your biryani perfectly. That's all, my friends. Have a wonderful biryani day, just like I did. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? What? No? Don't you know that I post exciting recipes every week? You should do it. And press that notification bell too, okay? And if you're on any of these different social media sites, I'm going to be waiting. And for written recipes, you can always visit my blog. All the links are in the description. Alright then, see you next week. Bye-bye.